apparently, now it is early September 2023, and we can meet again in this online forum. My name is Rendra. I'm Vice President Membership in Bhinneka Online Toastmasters, and I would like to ensure that each of you enjoy in this meeting. You have a good internet connections. You can turn on video anytime you want. I hope you can turn it on, so we know the facial expressions and gestures that you have made during these meetings, so I can see you much better and we can interact emotionally using gestures that are available in visual connection. Now I would like to give the control to, before going that, I would like to invite Vincent Petersons. Hey there, Vincent. Can you turn on your video? Okay, it's nice to see you, Vincent. So where are you from, Vincent?
Hello, everyone. I am from. Is my voice clear?
Yes, your voice
Yes.
is so
Oh,
clear.
okay. So I am from Indonesia, same as you, and
Okay,
I am
which city?
from Medan base, not too much
Okay.
province.
So you are
Nice
the
to
one
meet
who
you
invited
guys.
by Sani Cherani.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sani, and thank you, Vincent, for being here with us.
Okay.
For not further ado, I would like to ensure you will know that we will have a Toastmaster of the meeting. Toastmaster of the meeting is the MC for this meeting. She will be lead the roles from the beginning until the end and ensure the atmosphere of the meeting will meet your expectation. We all hope so. So I would like to invite our Tom of today. In there, Natalie, out there, lady in black. So you're still
Okay.
mute.
All
Okay,
right.
I think I will give the control to Tom. Tom,
All
all the
right.
control is yours.
My apologies. I wasn't aware that the meeting should have opened by Sunny, but we will not miss out our president here who will open the meeting as well here. Sorry. So I would like to invite Ben as our president of the club. If I'm not mistaken, sorry. Because I was away.
It
Yeah,
was a bit
I'm
it
not
now. Dear
beep it.
Dini.
Okay.
Yes.
So yeah,
But
that's
Dini
okay
not
then
here, so
too.
that's why I'm
All right.
the boy in charge.
Okay. So thank you for confirming because I opened the
Exactly. Yes.
agenda and then it's not really match. Sorry for that. But I think we haven't had the rules for the meeting, right? I would like to have Sunny to help me with the video of the
Oh, that's
club's
correct. That's
meeting.
correct.
Yes.
I forgot it. You can
Please,
go it.
Sunny.
Okay, all right. Sini and Marendra, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bhinneka meeting. Before we kickstart the meeting, I would like to invite you to watch our housekeeping video. Okay, here it is. All right, let's get ready. Let's invite back our gorgeous Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Dini.
Okay. Thank you, Sunny, for helping me with the housekeeping rules. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. Welcome to our meeting. Welcome, Alicia. Welcome, Rhoda. Welcome, Karen Lucas, as our past international director, and welcome, Vincent, and welcome, Filza. Thank you for coming and then making our meeting merrier. All right. So probably some of you are not aware yet about our theme of today meeting. So the theme for today is youth wasted on the young. So when I search that, this famous quote actually uh, popularized by Oscar Wilde. Now, probably some of you might ponder, okay, so what did I do when I was young? All right. So I have this question that I would like to ask some of you here. Probably, okay, let me ask Karen. Karen, my question is, so what was the thing that you regret the most from your youth?
Just one thing?
Uh-huh. What was
Good.
it?
I think a big part of this is in terms of what I regret is not getting to have more time with my grandparents and my great uncles and aunts. I got to have a good amount of time with them, but I didn't know when I was young to have complete conversations and that time isn't guaranteed to us. And there's just still a ton of things that I could have learned from them. And I would give anything to have that time back.
Yeah, it's so sad that we couldn't spend much time with our beloved ones, especially our grandparents, because who knows that we could learn a lot from them, right? Thank you, Karen, for sharing with us. Now, may I have Vincent here? I think it's my first time seeing you. So I would like to know, I would like to know, so what is your dream like 10 years from now? As a young generation, what is your dream 10 years from now?
Okay, first of all, thank you for the questions. Speaking about dreams, 10 years from now, so I would likely in my 30s. So in my 30s, my first dreams is to own a business company, like a business. It's not always a company, just a small business. Either it was F&B or it was either like a business that has a great cash flow in it. So yeah, I think that in my generations, I learned about the financial literacy a lot. And I think that the only way for us to achieve successful or being rich is not only by working, we can also do businesses like in terms of investing, in terms of personal branding or etc. Right? So I think yeah, the best thing for me to achieve in my 10 years from now is I want to own a business, like a great one, a business that has a lot of cash flow in it. But yeah, it's just my dream and I hope I really achieve it soon. So yeah, whatever it is, I think that's it for me.
Fantastic. Wow. One of the things that I'm fond of from Vincent is that he is aware of financial literacy from the very young age. I think this is a very good, start for you to have a huge business 10 years from now, because now you have those stacks of knowledge to start your business. Thank you, Vincent, for sharing with us. I hope that everyone here can also learn the message from Karen and then from Vincent that yeah, sometimes we have lots of regrets when we were young, But I think we can learn from that, and then we can still fix it and then face our brighter future ahead. So don't stop learning, everyone. I hope that we will not waste our time anymore. So that's the introduction of our theme for today. And our word of the day is instill, that will be introduced by our grammarian later. And as usual, our meeting will consist of 3 items of agenda. The first one is prepared speech. We will have 2 amazing speakers tonight. And then next, we will have the impromptu speaking session that will be led by Rendra later. And then last but not least, we will have a very, I think one of the most awaited session, not only for the table topic session, but evaluation session, because through this session, we can learn a lot from our fellow evaluators. With that, I would like to invite our general evaluator who will lead the session later. So let me invite Ben to the screen.
Thank you, Deanie. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
There, thank you. Great
Hi.
response. Hi. Okay, so I'm the general evaluator, and if you are new to Toastmasters, that means I am in control of telling everyone how amazing we did at the end of the meeting. Hopefully, also what we can do to get better. But of course, we have a lot of different people that help make this clock tick. And I want to start with our grammarian, guest grammarian. So that's a really big help. Rhonda, can you tell us what being a grammarian is all about?
Thank you, General Evaluator Ben. So glad to be here from Dynamic Toastmaster. Would like to introduce the word of the day. So the word of the day is, before I introduce the word of the day, I would like to say that as a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to the speakers and also listen to the language usage. I'll take note of any misuse of English language, as well as any outstanding words, quotes, saying, and thoughts. As a grammarian, it's also my duty to introduce the word of the day, which is instill. What is instill? Instill is gradually but firmly establish an idea or attitude in a person's mind, or to put a substance into something in the form of liquid drops. Some examples or sentences you can use instill in is one of it is the officer tried to speak in a loud voice at the delinquent high school students, hoping to instill fear. The officer tried to speak in loud voice at the delinquent high school students, hoping to instill fear. All right, I hope you have a good time today, and please remember to use the word instill in all in your speeches today. Looking forward to your speeches and return the time back to Ben. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madam Grammarian Rod. And as we know, Toastmasters is one of these kind of cool little international friendships and communities that when you ask someone to do something, they say yes because they feel they have to, maybe, or not. But either way, it's great to have this community where when we need someone to help in and step in last second, literally last second, we have our wonderful, amazing Alicia Curtis to be our counter. Can you tell us what that's all about?
Thank you very much, Ben, and thank you very much for asking me like a minute ago to be your R counter. This is my favorite role, and I know that my brother from another mother is here tonight, and he is like, the R counter extraordinaire. But sorry, Rendra, I'm doing it here tonight. I'm doing it, and I will be doing it looking at the lexical and non-lexical fillers, and I cannot wait to showcase this ridiculous Excel spreadsheet at the end and to see what shame we can all be shamed at the end.
Thank you so much for having me. I cannot wait.
You're welcome. That is not hyperbole at all. If you've never seen Alicia be an counter, she is taking what a lot of people think is a small role and making it larger than life, which is what we do, right? No matter what role we have in a meeting, is take it and make it larger than life, and then it stands out, and then it's something more amazing. So that means my GE presentation at the end will be a lot shorter. All right, which is a good thing. All right, next we have our timer, which if you guys know me in my military ways, time is of the essence, just like our theme. And our wonderful timer, another guest timer, I believe, Jalita. What does a timer do?
Oh, hello everyone. I will be your timer today. I will be timing your prepare speech, the evaluation timer, and also for the table topic. Let me change the background for them. One second. So there will be for the first prepare speaker, it will be green on the 3rd minute, and for the second speaker, it will be or the second minute for the first speaker, and it will be green for the 3rd minute for the second speaker, because the second speaker is 3 to 5 minutes, and first speaker I was informed is 2 to 4 minutes. And for for the 3rd minute for the first speaker, and then 4th minute for the second speaker, it will be yellow, and it will be red. It will be 4 minutes for the first speaker, and will be 5th minute for the second speaker. And there will be a grace period for 30 seconds. And now I will go for the table topic speaker. There will be time. The speech is 1 to 2 minutes. It will be green for the first minute, and then 1.5 will be yellow, and then red for the second minute. So there will also a grace period for 30 seconds. Now for the evaluators. For the evaluation have the 2 to 3 minutes time. So on the 2 minutes will be green, 2.5 minutes will be yellow, and on the 3rd minute will be red. And there will be a grace period for 30 seconds. So I think just look at the green, yellow, and red for the time. Thank you, and back to you, GE.
Thank you, Jalita. Again, follow that. It's going to be great. And one thing she mentioned at the very end that is really key, if you're speaking, just look at the colors. She's got it down. Your job, talk amazingly, and just pay attention to the green, yellow, and red light, and you'll be okay. All right. Now, last but not least, our wonderful dual role person today, Zoom host / ballot counter. What does a ballot counter do, Senny? Ballot counter unmutes. There you
go. So if I immediately disconnected, yeah, it's because of it. Well, anyway, okay, guys, as a ballot counter, I will have you guys to count your votes for best speaker in every session. Like we will have best speakers, we will have best table topic speaker, and also we will have best evaluator. Okay, you will have that vote, and I will count your vote, and we will announce the winner at the end of the meeting. And the other role is the Zoom host today, or Zoom master. I will make sure that all of you got spotlighted well. And for your information, this meeting is recorded and will be uploaded to our YouTube account. So if you guys miss it, or if you want to invite other people to look at our meeting, our recording meeting, you can check in our YouTube channel. Well, that's all my responsibility today. Thank you. Back to you, Mr. TE.
All right. Thank you, Seni. Thank you very much. All right. Again, at the end, I'm going to wrap it all up in a nice little bow and tell us how we did and how we can get better. Because again, that's how we do things. You learn from mistakes and you get better next time. Anyways, back to you, Dini.
Thank you, our general evaluator. Now, let us start our amazing night with the prepared speech session. So, our first speaker here is a beautiful lady that will be evaluated by Karen Lucas. So, with that, I would like to invite Karen to introduce Severine's speech purpose.
Thank you so much for that. My purpose speech statement that I am looking at when listening to the speech is the project for the member is to practice delivering social speeches in front of club members. Back to you.
All right, thank you. Now, let us invite Severine, son of my life, Severine.
Ladies and gentlemen, families and friends, good afternoon. It is with great pleasure that me and my husband welcome you to the birthday of our 5-year-old son, Julian. The 16th of March is really an auspicious day for us because not only it is my birthday, but it is also the birthday of our most precious one. We are really happy to have you all among us, and we think of all the people and friends that have not been able to make it today because they are so far away from us. I would like to take the opportunity to bring you back to 5 years ago. More exactly 5 years and 1 day ago. So on the 15th of March, we were waiting for our little baby and we didn't know that he would come this soon. Actually, he was due 2 weeks later. And I remember well that I told my doctor that I wasn't ready to welcome him on my birthday because I wanted to celebrate my last birthday as a single lady. But Mr. Julian had his little plan. At 3 a.m., he said, knock, knock, knock. You've got to change your birthday plans, Mom. So on the 16th of March, 2019, I delivered a happy, healthy baby of 3.5 kg. Little did I know that our life would change so much. And I must confess that the 5 years that have gone have been so long and so short at the same time. I think parents who are here would agree that when I say long, I'm thinking about all of the sleepless nights which made days look longer than 10 hours. But short also because I say we because it's also my husband, have always been into the moment with our son. We have lived every minute, every event together, and with so much love, with so much attention. And today I would like to say things about my son because today we celebrate him. I am so proud to say that I'm a happy mom with a so gentle, caring, attentive son. I know that I hadn't dreamed of a son, but he had showed me so much love and so much bonding that I cannot imagine my life without him. And today, as he turns 5 years old, I would like also to say thank you to all our friends and families who have helped in any way us as parents and also who have contributed in his life by being a babysitter, by being here for him when he needed it, and especially his cousins who had been his first friends. So I wish you a great afternoon with us. Let's celebrate our little one and let's have a good time together. Over to you.
Wow, wow, wow. Please give a big hand to our amazing mom right here, Severine. Wow, it's such a heartwarming speech, Severine. I lost words. All right, so I believe that you love your son so much, and then I believe that he does as well. Okay, now let us proceed to the next speaker. So, our amazing speaker right here, DTM Natalie, will be evaluated by DTM Alicia. Okay, so Alicia, please introduce Natalie's speech purpose.
Thank you very much, Dinny, our Toastmaster of the day. Natalie is doing from level 3, which is one of the electives from the, I think it's Engaging Humour path, and it is Connect with Storytelling. The purpose of this speech is for Natalie to practice using a story within a speech or giving a speech that is a story, 5 to 7 minutes. Thank you, Dinny.
All right, now without further ado, please help me welcome our speaker, Natalie. Kara, Natalie.
Do you guys still remember what happened in 2021? Or do you just want to forget about it? I was the second one. I just want to forget about it because for me, 2021 was full of sigh, full of struggles, and I watched every month that I was getting fatter while my bank account getting thinner. Every month, 1 0 after another fell off from my bank account. So it was truly a challenging moment and challenging time for us. In the middle of the despair, suddenly I got a call from one of the senior Toastmasters member, Mr. Arlan Setiawan. Hey, Natalie, how are you? Oh, I'm good, Pa. How are you? Yeah, I'm good. I just want to know, do you want to be involved in a mentorship program? Of course, my first reaction will be, how much should I pay? And then he said, oh, no, Natalie, it's a free mentorship program because I got approached by Asia Trade Center to find woman exporter and woman who works in small business. And I think you will be great fit. So long story short, I submitted my application to the mentorship program based on his recommendation. And voila, I got selected as one of the mentees. It was like an oasis in the middle of the desert for me because I was so desperate to get something, to gain some new knowledge, network, and also some new hope. So I followed and worked hard in the mentorship program for a year. And after a year, my business was in a better place than when it was before. But I still ask myself, God, why is this still happening to us? It was in the middle of 2022, and the situation did not seem to be any better yet. And then suddenly, Asia Trade Center, the organization who provide the mentorship program, reached out to me and they offered me an opportunity. They said, Natalie, we got an offer from APEC, or Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation, to recommend a small business owner who can speak at their virtual meeting as part of their 14th annual meeting. And I'm like, are you sure you want to select me? I'm just a small business owner. I'm nothing like those high-profile politicians, corporations, or all those successful people. My business is currently struggling. But then they said, it's okay. They wanted to know your struggle so they can find solution. So I stepped into the meeting preparation. I got briefed by the committee, and the committee, her name was Anne. And Anne told me, Natalie, just share with them all the choke points and problems and your real experience. So that's what I did. I went into the meeting full of stress and full of nervousness. It's more nerve cracking compared to when I competed in district contests, because it was only 10 minutes, but it felt like an hour. So I went there, I did my presentation, and the session was so active. People were asking questions. And after the event finished, Anne wrote me a very beautiful email, and she said, Natalie, that was an engaging and amazing presentation. Everybody felt like it was so engaging, and don't be surprised if you hear from us again. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Indonesian. In Indonesia, we have this culture of small talk. So I said, thank you, and I forgot about it because I didn't expect anything at all. And then time flew, and I focused more on the Toastmasters competition. So I won the district level contest this year, but then while waiting, for the results of the quarterfinals, I was preparing myself to go to Bahamas to semifinal if I ever won the quarterfinal. But one day on July, I got an email and it said, thank you for your participation. It was a tough contest, but here are the 2 names that got selected from Region 12. And my name was not on the list. I felt crushed, but I also thought, again, God, why is this happening? And then I started to think, maybe it happens for the best. And you know what happened? Few days after that, I received another email, and that email came from APEC committee. And the email said, Dear Miss Natalie Cahyadi, we would like to invite you to come to Seattle to give a presentation for Women and Economic Conference held by APEC on 16 to 18 of August. And they paid all my flight, accommodation, and also gave me some stipends. One thing that really blew my mind was the date of the conference was exactly the same with the date of the Toastmasters competition. So from that, it really instilled in me a belief of Quara. Kara means to happen or happenings. And in our life, there are so many different things that happen for different reasons. Things that we don't want to happen, yet it happened. Things that we don't even imagine, yet it happened. And things that we are not prepared for it, but it also happened. One thing that I really learned from this journey is that when you encounter one person, one event, or one journey, you will be encountered with happenings, either good or bad. All you need to do is take that kara, that happenings, and use it to the best of your ability and believe in your journey, in whatever that you want to do. And I hope you will also find your faithful and fruitful kara. Back to you.
Everyone, please give a big hand to our wonderful and, of course, our very passionate member, Natalie. Wow, that was a very powerful story, Natalie. Well, I haven't known any passionate person, lady, just like you. So I believe that God just chose you because you deserve it. All right. Congratulations, by the way. Now, that's for the prepared speech session. Before we go to the next item of agenda, let me call the timer to give the report. Please, Jelita.
Yeah, the first speaker have the 3 minutes 27 seconds, so she's qualified. The second speaker 7 minutes, also 27 seconds. So both are qualified. Yeah, thank you.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think it's very tough.
Yeah, just 3 seconds more.
Yeah, 3 seconds left, but you all did a great job, speakers. All right, so that's for the timers report. Now I think it's time for us to have a group picture. So let me have Sunny to lead us the photo session.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our first session has just finished, completed. Okay, let's have a beautiful pictures, all of you with a beautiful smile. Please, Gita and Heru, would you mind to turn on your video? I count on 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I assume that you will use your profile picture. Okay. Okay, first pose, formal, smile. And 3, 2, 1. Okay, hold on, let me check. Moment. Okay, another pose. Another pose. Your favorite pose. Another pose. Okay. 3, 2, 1. All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I return the virtual stage to our Toastmaster of the meeting. Back to you, Dini.
All right, thank you so much, Sunny. Now that's the end of the first session of our meeting. And I believe that all of us agree that 2 speakers tonight have just instilled a very valuable messages for us as a mom about love of parents and then son. So from Natalie, we learned about passion. If we believe in ourselves, if we would like to overcome the hurdles, I believe that we can knock the door of opportunity. All right. I hope that we will not waste our time anymore. We can learn from them. Right now, let's move on to the second session. I believe this is the most fun session because it's time for us to practice our impromptu speaking. And then this session will be led by our table topics master, Toastmaster Rendra. The screen is yours. Take it over. Well, your voice is not audible, I guess.
How about this?
Okay, cool.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you very much, Tom, Jenny Norris. As I am table topic master, I got information that the theme of today is youth waste on the young. And I thought, what kind of theme is it? Is it something like we are talking about something in the past when we were young, or we see the young people doing things? What are they are doing, and what are the opinion we have according to those young people doing? Now, table topic master a reason has a responsibility to let you know that in these table topic sessions, somebody will be invited by me, table topic master, to have a impromptu speech. What is impromptu? Well, you need not preparations. You will have only 1 to 2 minutes. You have to fully conclude your speech, impromptu speech, in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Well, otherwise, you will be disqualified to be voted as the best table topic speaker. Now, as a first speaker, I would like to invite the one who already familiar with this, and so she or he will become the threshold or the role model for the second, which I suppose to be the guest for this meeting. For doing this, I would like to invite Jelita ASEAN. Is it okay to you, Jelita?
Yes, but do I tell myself?
Okay, maybe Ben, can you do the timer for Jelita? Okay, Ben is nodding okay.
Okay.
Now, Jelita, as mentioned by the theme of today, according to you, what was your youth waste experience that you have ever encountered? in your lifetime, of course.
What experience, sorry? Waste experience.
Youth wasted experience. But something and your youth age, long time ago, that you think that is just waste. Something maybe you know, very bad happen on you, or you think that it's supposed to be not be doing, but apparently it is your experience. It was your experience.
Okay, wasted youth experience. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, yeah, because last time when I finished my study, then I applied for a job. I was in Melbourne. Then I actually got fired. Then I was stressed. Then I got sick and keep stressing about that. And that actually wasted my time because I also, because of that, I have the gastric pain. Then it also, by having the pain, I also wasted more time by getting sick. So that I think now I learned that if something bad happen, I think you just accept it and find another opportunity. Because if something bad and then we keep thinking and regretting that I wish I could do something better, it actually we waste our time. We just find something what we could have done better, then just move on. Because there are maybe better opportunities happen if we keep looking. So I think we need to instill in our mind that every new opportunity could happen only if we accept the possibility. So if something bad happen, I think I think we all experience that. Just it's okay. Just accept it because bad things can happen anytime. I don't mean to be negative. I just say because I'm my own experience. Because I wasted a few months just worrying about that and said, what would I do? I couldn't eat. I couldn't something. I think of the worst case. Actually, I think we have just something bad could happen, but just we encounter it with something positive to face it. I think that's my wasted year experience. Back to you.
Hey, thank you, Jelita ASEAN. That was amazing experience that you shared to us. We thank you to get that knowledge to you from you. I mean, now we will go to the next questions. Next questions will be to those that I see, maybe newcomer. Flisa Adistia, is it your first time joining Toastmasters?
This is my first time and I am a guest in here.
But you do know how the table topic already done by Jelita, right?
Yes, I hope so.
Okay, then you are the second table topic speakers. You are guest, and 1 to 2 minutes is not too hard, I think. You just respond my questions with ease. You will get there. The second question is that if time machine was invented and you can go back in time to the moment that you were young, what will you do? If time machine was invented and you can go back in time when the moment you were young, what will you do? Filsa Aditya, 1 to 2 minutes.
Okay. First of all, I think I wanted to go into my high school moment where I think in that moment I spent a lot of time hanging out with my friends, hanging out with my boyfriend, and do not know myself more. So I think if I have a time machine and I am able to go back in this time, I will contemplate myself more and do not waste my time with hanging out and do things that is not really benefitable to me. Thank you.
You're muted, bro.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I muted myself. Okay, now we are going to the third speakers. The third speakers, I think, will be Gita Putri. Is it okay to you to respond my questions? Gita Putri? Okay, cool.
Hello.
Yes. Okay, Gita Putri, the question will be, nowadays young people play games on smartphones very often. What's your advice on this matter? Nowadays,
Because oh yeah,
yes,
okay.
nowadays young people play games on smartphones very often. What is your advice on this matter?
I think you don't have to like waste your time with this kind of like activities on your phone all day because you have a life outside. You can enjoy every like moment with your beloved one, with your old friends. I think yeah. I think it's like that. Oh,
You keep continue speaking. It's okay. 1 to 2 minutes.
um, and do something do something important than having your phone all day. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry because I'm outside right now, so I think I have a lot of noise behind me.
Okay, understood. Okay, thank you, Gita Putri. Okay, now I would like to increase again the bar so you know how the table topic will perform by somebody experienced for this kind of matter. I would like to invite Karen Lucas. Please set the bar for the table topic. Karen Lucas, your question will be, in the young of yours, what was your prime time that you think?
In my youth,
In
what
your
was my prime time?
yes, in your young experience, what was your prime time that you think?
Oh, thank you for that question, Mr. Table Topic Master. I was a mess in my youth. I would have to say that there are various things that I learned that were messy and crazy, and growing up in a family business, working in a machine shop with my dad, my grandfather, and then thinking about those days in my teens, and then thinking about being at the uni at Caltech in my 20s. That's how I found Toastmasters. That was messy. I was working with hazardous materials and chemicals and other stuff, and I just wouldn't give any of it back. I think each of those things, those times in my life that I've experienced, they've instilled something meaningful in me. I love them, I cherish them, but oh my gosh, I don't know that I would want to go back and relive that. I'd like where I'm at now, and I know that the best days are likely ahead. I love traveling. I love traveling the world. I like getting to share with family and people experiences and getting to do what I do for a living. I've never had a job I didn't love. And I think that being able to put out into the world good people that can have good days and helping those good people is a really important thing for me. So the youth that I had really helped me be the version of myself I am now, but I don't know that I would ever want to surgically take a chunk of that and either redo it or cherish it and put it up on a pedestal, because there was the good, the bad, and the brutal with all of those things and all of those times. I really like where I'm at right now, and I especially love being here with all of you. Thank you, Mr. Table Topics Master.
Okay, thank you, Ken and Lucas. There's a table topic questions, and that was a table topic answers. That's amazing from you. So I know some people raise hand, and I would like to give a chance first before to Alicia. Alicia, I know you will answer my questions, but after Jill. Jill, are you there?
Yep. Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Jill is our members, and I would like to give a chance Jill to answer the questions. Jill, you are now already grow up man. However, what should you have well informed? What should you have well informed? Do you get the questions?
Still not get the question. What do you mean
Just imagine that you are young.
with?
What kind of information that you should have got at that moment, so that might bring you up to the grow up man better.
Yeah.
Okay. Time
Okay.
1 to 2 minutes.
Okay. Well, you know that my my yacht is anything that I did is not meaningful. So when the question if what I have to do to better in the future. So if I know like something like something like this this like Toastmaster or anything that we can improve for myself for the future, I will do the things. I will do seriously because it's impact to my career especially. So Toastmaster is good for me to improve in English, to improve skill, especially improve self-confidence to talk in in front of the people, and to brave to say anything in what we in my brain or my something like that. Okay. Yes, I think this is for me, and back to you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Joe Brata. So I will like to give questions to Alicia, since Alicia contacts me privately. She really would like to respond funny or crazy questions. So I think I got this one. It is crazy in my neighborhood, Alicia, but maybe not in your neighborhood. But I think that you have a lot of experience on this matter. The question is this: many young people, many young people at the age of 13 years old, boys or girls, having boyfriend and girlfriend relations up until a girl get pregnant. In this kind of situation, what is your advice for these young people? Alicia, 1 to 2 minutes.
I will give them perfect advice based on life experience when I was 13, and I can tell you all about my boyfriend at the time, Justin. You see, we were what we would call frigid. That's what us Aussies would say. We just stood there and sat there, shy and nervous, shaking like leaves, whilst everyone else ran into the bush, because I live in Australia, and if we want to kiss and pash, as we were really detailed, we would run into the bush behind the teacher's back and really go for it. But we sat there like shaking little leaves until one day that we did have a kiss at the most ridiculous thing of all. we went to a symphony orchestra at the age of 13 and we actually kissed in the front row and his parents were sitting behind us. That is exactly what we did at the age of 13. Not in the bush, but at the symphony orchestra, and it was Bugs Bunny at the symphony orchestra. That is how ridiculous my life was. So if I had to give any wise words of wisdom or my college of knowledge here, forget about going into the bush and just completely going crazy. Wait for the parents to be there, sit there in the front row, hold hands, kiss like, you know, like as if it's going out of fashion. Watch the most X-rated movie to practice as well. And then you would have the best way of delivering. That, my friends, is a true story. But now I would have to say Macca's is the best place to give a kiss, a first kiss. Back to you, Rendra.
She responded very well. Thank you. Wait a minute. Okay, Vincent, are you there, Vincent? Before I dying laughing. Okay, Vincent's there.
Yeah.
Okay, Vincent. I have the questions to you. If you have to choose during your youth, be a gamers or YouTubers, and give me reasons why that. The gamers or YouTubers?
Okay. I think out of the both. Because why not? The gamer can be a YouTuber. A YouTuber can
Your
also
voice
be a
is
gamer.
so low, Vincent. Your voice. Increase your voice.
Hello?
Yes, it is better.
Oh wait, I will increase my voice. Okay. So hello? Is it clear now?
Okay, it's clear.
Okay. Okay, I'll start again. So for me, thank you for the questions. By the way, I would choose to be both because why not? A gamer can be a YouTuber. A YouTuber can be a gamer as well. And speaking as a youth myself, I think game nowadays is really influenced all of the younger generations this day because like now in Indonesia itself we have an esport. Well, a lot of countries have it like a lot of like so long time ago, but in Indonesia it is just as hype as them now. So yep, it was open a great opportunity not only for like the older versions of a program gamer, but it was also a youngins that can be a gamer and can be a YouTuber as well. And speaking about financially, yes, esport nowadays in Indonesia they get paid so highly. So yeah, if I can plan to be like if I want to choose, like I want to be a gamer or be a YouTuber, I think I would choose both because, yeah, either speaking for financially or speaking for experience, speaking for anything, it would be such a good experience for me. So I guess, yep, that is my best elaborate answer. Thank you. Giving it back to you.
Okay, thank you, Vincent Peterson. Thank you very much. So I would like to ask Tom. Tom, do I still have time or time will be yours now?
Actually, based on the agenda, we can have two more. So I
Two
guess
more?
it's
Okay.
yeah, it's okay to
Okay,
have
thank
two
you,
more.
Tom. And I would like to give the chance to Heru. Are you there, Heru? Heru, are you there?
Oh, yes, I'm here.
Are you there?
Yes, do you hear me?
Yes. Can you turn on your video, please, sir?
Okay.
Okay, cool. Cool, bro. Cool. Now, the question is yours. It's 1 to 2 minutes answer that you have to respond. The question is, have you ever witnessed the most waste yacht in your experience? You are the witness, not you are the person who are doing.
Can
You
you
see
repeat again?
somebody waste its young. its youths?
Yes. When I was in, junior high school, some of my friends whose their parents were so rich, yeah, they took some drugs. Yeah. And you know that when I saw my friend who were, drunk or after they taking drugs, they look like, animal. Yeah, it's crazy. They like animal. They behave like crazy people. Yeah, it's waste their time because of the drug. And now when we are adult, yeah, when we work, when we have uh our own family, some of them they die because of drugs. And from that, I think that money cannot buy happiness. Can you imagine? You have money, but you buy drugs. I was so lucky because I don't have money the time. I don't have money then. Yeah, I didn't follow my friends. I just, watch them like crazy people. Yeah, that's what I see about someone wasted their youth. That's my experience. Thank you so much. Go to table topic
Oh,
master.
that was amazing, Hero. I think a lot of us has that kind of situation and witness many friends in that kind of situations. Now, Clesia Lay, are you there? Clesia Lay,
Yes, I'm here.
is it possible to you turn on your video?
Yes.
Okay, Clesia.
Yeah.
Well, do you have young children, ma'am?
I have two children, but already 21 years old, and the others is 19.
Okay, I think this question is for best fit you. The question is what is the best behavior of youth of this era? What is the best behavior of the youth of this era?
Okay, first of all, they don't have any trauma, maybe from our, I just come from the Money Shadows, the workshop, and I just realized that from our generation before us, there's some trauma or some mental block that usually maybe it's because of the war situation, because our parents still live in the situation where they have to be lacking of the maybe money or etc. the facilities to live in. But for now, the adolescents and the millennials, yeah, maybe we call them the millennials. I think that they have no any mental block concerning the money, because usually it's for them the comfort zone is still there. But the problem now is maybe they are too easy to get something, then they don't really have the fighting spirit for me, because I see my two daughters like that. But for me, the best situation is they can study all of things. They just Google it, and then they can learn. Maybe before we have the limitation of our majority, for example, maybe the accounting or something concern related to financial. But now they can do the other section, like becoming an artist. Maybe it's already exploited. It's all we can do all section, even the majority or the specialization that we cannot do before. That's one. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. You've given us a very comprehensive examples and advice, and you can see very well the good of the young of this era. Now I would like to ask Timer, all our table topic speaker qualified.
Yes, all table topic speaker are qualified.
So the name our table topic is Jelita, Filza, Gita, Karen, Gio, Alicia, Vincent, Heru, and Clesia.
Yes,
By this,
all are qualified.
yes,
Yes.
cool. Thank you very much, and I give the control back to Tom. Tom, next session is yours.
Right. Thank you so much, our table topics master. What a session, because I believe we learned a lot from all the speakers. We could listen to their precious memories and then also invaluable advices. And well, of course, one thing that we always learn from today's meeting, we should not waste our young, okay? And then we should not waste our time now. Let's now move on to the next session. I believe that through this session, we can learn more through the evaluators. Without further ado, please help me welcome our general evaluator, Ben, to the screen. Take it over, Ben.
All right. I relish the moment to be able to be your general evaluator. And I relish to be able to hear our evaluators give their evaluations of our speakers. So let me introduce our first evaluator. And she'll be evaluating Serene, which is Toastmaster Karen. Go ahead.
Thank you so much, Mr. General Evaluator. And thank you especially to Serene for your social speech. This was a wonderful opportunity to get to know you and your family a little bit more as you are giving your social speech. And I think that it was kind of fun for me to learn about the origin story. And you did that very well, where you conveyed the origin story or the birth story of your son 5 years and 1 day ago. Being able to connect with your heart and honoring your son, I think, is something that you do very well. And it actually reminded me of my daughter, who was also born in March, just like me, but the day after. She was kind enough to wait 2 or 3 hours before wanting to come into the world. So it's fun to hear about your experience sharing that day, because your son wanted to be able to share that day with you from that moment on. And I think one of the things that was challenging for me, and this is more on me as an evaluator, is that there was a little bit of technical interference with the sound going in and out, and I'm mostly deaf. So I had to very much concentrate on reading your lips and seeing what you were saying. But you did speak very clearly, and you looked like you were enunciating well. And I think I caught most of your message in doing that. One of the things I would encourage you to do, should you do this speech for your son's 5th birthday, is to consider using vocal variety and a little bit of pacing. Make sure that that is something that you can do in front of the crowd. And I think that if you were to give this speech, which sounds like it's going to be on site in front of people in real life, that will probably not be an issue as much, because typically you take energy from the crowd that is standing before you, and there is your son. But you will want to run through to challenge yourself a couple times this speech in a format where you are standing with confidence and you're able to speak eloquently in a real life setting. It is a very different experience honoring your son with the speech on Zoom versus doing it at the party in front of everybody. Or if the party is hybrid, which a lot of celebrations are nowadays. I've been to a hybrid wedding recently. That is something that you might want to take into consideration in terms of your stance, your pace, and your cadence. I really appreciate you being vulnerable and sharing that experience of the birth story with your son and honoring him with your words. And I look forward to hearing about how it goes at the next birthday. Thank you so much. And back to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
All right. Thank you very much, Karen. What a comprehensive evaluation. Next, we have our second, and I didn't know she was doing a dual role. I got to pay attention to the agenda too, Mr. General Evaluator. Anyways, here to evaluate Natalie is our guest here, Alicia, Toastmaster Alicia.
Thank you very much, Ben. When I put out a challenge to someone, I always put out a challenge. And guess what? At about noon today, guess who I put a challenge out to? Nelly Chahiari. And I actually now know how to say her last name. And I said to Natalie, I really would love to see you do a speech because I don't think one speech does justice for this club. And I'm glad that she actually reached out and we spoke to each other on the phone for about an hour and a half today. And she did this speech. I think this has an essence of a great basis of an international speech. It was very inspirational and motivating, and I'll explain why. It had all the essences, it had the content, it had the delivery, and it had the emotion that we really need to see, and also the grammar. It was simple, it was easy to follow. This tone that Natalie always uses is very conversational, and it includes us. Why I found it inspiring, because she used what she was hoping to do to go to the international speech contest, but she found another opportunity, and that's what this speech was about. And I think that was the whole crux of this speech. What opportunities, as one door closes, what's the next opportunity that we can get as that door closes? And of course, the opportunity was to stand in front of a whole group of women, empowered, of leaders around the world in the APEC summit and speak for 10 minutes as if she was the #1 speaker in the world. So I think you actually got the better opportunity. I would prefer to go to the APEC summit than go to the international convention, because you're going to get paid more at the APEC summit than you will at the international convention, because one is an amateur speech contest, the other is a paid opportunity. I like the way that you've used the word Cora, and I didn't know what this was until you explained it in this speech. It's passion, and I thought that speech was passionate, especially given you've only put this together in the last couple of hours, and I really appreciate it. And also with that underlying theme, never give up. Challenges, these are the challenges I'm going to offer to Natalie today. Thinking about the pause, especially when you had humor at the front. You had humor in regards to my wallet was thinner, but something else was fatter. That I thought really could have actually used the power of the pause, allow the audience to grasp and to really understand what you're saying, because that was the opportunity for that humor to be littered into the speech. The next one is remove the virtual background. This speech should not have had a virtual background, and I'll explain why. I shouldn't say should not, but the reason it should not have had a virtual background is it didn't actually set you up for success in what you're talking about. I'm staring at a snow-capped mountain somewhere in the world with Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club. I would have liked to have seen a white background or a black background to really encapsulate who you are. Remember, you are the speaker, you are sharing authority. And thinking about leadership opportunities, don't worry about being the international speech contestant. Natalie, I really think you should consider doing district leadership and worry about that, because that will give you more opportunities to speak globally than you will at the international speech contest. That's my speech evaluation. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Super job. Again, also comprehensive evaluation. That's going to be a challenge. Who is going to win that one? Let's just call it a tie, right? All right. Can I get a timers report, please, Jalita?
All evaluators are qualified. Yes, they are still within the time limit. Yes.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
No worries.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one, right? Okay, so before we go into our evaluation session, I just want to go with our ballot counter. Let her present the ballots so we can get that done. Do we have time for that, Tenny? Do you need a little bit extra time?
Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's me again. Okay, the ballot has launched. Do you guys see it? Okay, we have two speakers. 9 table topic speakers, and 2 evaluators. So please vote which one is your favorite. It's free, okay? And for the co-host, you can send me privately your vote. Okay, we have
Right.
3 more people. Okay, I will adjourn the poll and I give the control back to our Mr. G. Back to you, Ben.
All right, awesome. Now, I relish this opportunity of giving back our time to our grammarian, Toastmaster Rhonda.
Thank you for this time, General Evaluator. Can you hear me? All right, I'll go ahead. I'm so glad that many of you use the word instill today, and especially during the table topics, because sometimes I know, you know, on the go, you might be nervous and try to instill the word. So I applaud all of you for using the word instill today. And I would like to note some I won't mention all the names that use the word instill, but some of the people that I feel I would like to mention, like Karen, she said instill something in me, and she said that meant talking about experience. And Natalie, she said it really instilled in me. Jalita, we instill in our mind. And some words that I feel worth mentioning. Speaker number 1, she used words to when she mentioned about her baby, a happy, healthy, heavy baby, which really put impacts in her sentences and what she wants to say. And I also want to mention that Natalie, when she shared about the difference, and it was really interesting that it's really interesting that she's saying that she's getting thinner while her bank account she gets thinner. She was getting thinner as her bank account gets fatter, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry. Yeah, and also I want to mention this very interesting sentence that Karen Lucas used, surgically taking out things and putting it on a pedestal. Really brings out the meaning and the impact of what she's trying to say. Also, like when during table topics, Alicia was sharing about a very, very cute moment, talking about sitting there, shaking like a little leaf, and with her hand gestures. I also like Haru mentioned about money cannot buy you happiness. Kalisa Lake mentioned about comfort zone when talking about today's youth. And few words, interesting words that I think Alicia used as well. Crux, the crux of the speech. Crux. I don't. I mean, for me, I don't. I mean, it's interesting. I think one thing everyone here should get some words like to remember you, some points or words to remember from this meeting. And for me, I feel this is the word crux. I don't really use this word, and crux means the importance of something. So she used it when mentioning about the second speaker, crux of the speech. Yes. And yeah, I hope that really helps everyone here. And thank you for your time. I return the time back to the general evaluator. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for instilling some knowledge into us. All right. And now, okay, so the moment we've all been waiting for, really. Not the table topics, not the speeches, not the evaluations, but the all counter report. brace yourself. All right. Distinguished Toastmaster Alicia, table's yours.
Thank you, Ben, who loves to say the word all right. It really is your word of the day. It really is. Okay, here we are. We have 165, my friends. 165. Let me just scatter this out and let me explain. 21 so's, 10 years, 3 nows, 22 ands, and. That was where we were going really well. Really well. 6 okays, 4 ors. I'm just going through 9 likes. And amazingly, they weren't from the American speakers. They weren't from the American speakers because it's usually like. That's usually what we hit. 13 all rights. Ben, 9 of them came from you. 8 or 9 of them came from you. 6 knows, and they didn't come from me either. And that's the Aussie word. 14 ums, 1 56 R's, my friends. 56 R's. And then, and then the. Now, when I break it down into each of the categories, total, Dinny had 12, Ben had 16, 21 from Ruda, Jalita had 8, 0 from Seni, Karen had 14, 2 from Severine, Natalie had 10, 5 from Vincent, Rendra had 11, 20 from Haru, Clesia had 17, 6 from Filza, and Jebrata had 23. 165. I haven't done a large one in a while, so thank you for lighting up my screen and allowing me to have my Christmas moment and light up my life today. Lastly, the words, I thought I'd point these out. Agenda was pronounced as agenda. It's agenda. The J sound comes out, agenda. Without further ado, my old mentor would be rolling in his grave. Do not say without further ado. It is a cliche that most Western people hate with a passion. So if I hear it again, it's going on to the scrap it heap pile here on my R counter roll. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is the R counter roll. And I love doing it. I love just pulling it out. It's painful, but it's mesmerizing. Back to you, Ben.
All right. See? Delivered. Without further ado, your general. No. Okay, so time for the GE reports. All right. I think I watched Dazed and Confused the other day. That might be the reason. Okay. Let's get into it. From the get-go, again, like any Toastmasters meeting, this starts weeks out. Preparation, getting everyone involved. And of course, like any Toastmasters meeting, doesn't always go exactly to plan, but trying to find people to plug in is great. And one of the aspects of being online is that we could be all over the world and we're able to fill the gaps, which this club does. Just like a lot of clubs, we can fill those gaps really well. Let's go to our, where's she at? There she is, Deanie. She is our Tom today. And one thing she does amazingly well is come with a positive attitude, right? And when you're the speaker and you're the presenter of a session of things of sorts, you are the face of it. So if you're in a positive attitude, everyone else will kind of fall in line, right? You're the leader, and you always do that with every session, with every feedback, something really positive. So that's really great. Our agenda, where's she at? There it goes. Our agenda needs to be updated. As you guys heard me, I said the word relish like 6 times because it says the word of the day is relish on there. And I'm like, well, don't I look stupid? No, I don't. I like that word anyways. It's a really good word. But, I'll instill some knowledge in you. Let's keep everything up to date. It'd be really good. All right, let's go to our table topics master. Rendra, again, you're always a positive influence. I'm going to give you some feedback that you need to do next time. Type your messages, your questions in the chat. That's number 1. Because again, all in life about communication is being understood. If we can't hear you clearly, it makes it a little difficult for anybody. So please put it in the chat so you can read it. And I'll help you as well, so you don't have to re-explain it so much. Also, on some of your questions, you want to try to create some like avenues that you can answer. So don't make it just so closed off where it's like one aspect. Try to give them something that where they can tell a story. That's what Table Topics is all about. That's how we succeed. So a little more depth to the question. But I like your questions. Just sometimes are a little bit difficult to hear. All right. There it is again. Yeah, I see that. The judgmental eyes from Alicia. Table Topics. All right, I'm going to skip it. Now it's in my head. I'm going to do that in a second. So our evaluators, I'm going to go to that first and then do the evaluation of the Table Topics. Karen, your evaluation on Severine's speech, this is so smooth. So I'm sitting there listening, and it was delivered in much more of like a conversational way, where if someone was going to give you bad news, like, oh, that's the way to do it. Because it's almost didn't even hear like, a lot of people are like, well, here are 2 things that you can do that you did amazing. Here are ways you can improve. It didn't really seem that way. It's just like a smooth transition where you incorporated, like, you know, when you do this, when you deliver the speech, it's like, oh, so it's just like a friendly conversation, which is great. Alicia, your evaluation, again, also comprehensive as well. And you broke down Natalie's speech, like dissected it piece by piece, which is really important. And then you kind of repeated the theme like a Cora, which again, I didn't know what that meant either, which is allowing me to kind of relive that moment and the whole theme of what the whole topic was. And then, let's see, what's my notes say? And then you gave her this challenge, right? So this is important, right? When you're giving a speech, you need to talk to your evaluators or anybody. Because again, you want to do something as a speaker, and you want to be, maybe you're working on one aspect. So if you talk to your evaluators and they challenge you with something, then it's something you can work on. And then when you get an evaluation, it isn't a generic evaluation. It's like, well, you need to work on body language. It's not really, who cares? I'm not working on my body language. So both of the evaluators, Karen and Alicia, gave these amazing evaluations where they're delivered differently, but just super effective. And that's the kind of evaluation you want, because nothing is perfect. And if you could find one little thing to improve, that's what we're here for. So great job, ladies, on your amazing evaluations. All right. Is it Rhoda or Rhonda? I pronounced it wrong the first time. Rhoda or Rhonda?
Rhoda, that's right.
Rhoda, got it. So your grammarian report, fantastic. And even you counted all of the word of the days pretty well. And again, I said the wrong word of the day, but oh well, I made it up in the end, which is great. So great job on time. Our timer, where did she go? There she is, right in the middle. All right, Jalita, great job on timing. Your explanation in the beginning might have been a little bit different because usually it's pretty easy with like speech, table topics, but when this is the hard part for a lot of us that are new, when speeches are at different times, that can be a little confusing. But at the end, like I mentioned before, just follow the light. So we can explain things really complex, but if you can also, in a speech or presentation, find a way to simplify it for everybody, that's what you did. And obviously you did a great job on timing. So that was flawless. So great job, team. All right, I'm going to go, and I think we had 9 table topic speakers, and I'm going to go with our new people who've already done this, skipping you, but people that have spoken for the first time. So is it Feliza? Where's she at? She leave already? Oh, right there in the middle. Yep, there she. So this is your first meeting ever, right?
Yes.
Wow, and you got to speak seconds. What a torturous table topic master making you go. But hey, you took on the challenge, and that's really what's important. 1, you showed up here today, and 2, you took the topic and you gave the answer to the best of your ability, and you made it a minute. So that's really like takes courage in general, showing up and then getting told, hey, you're going to speak. because you probably weren't prepared to speak, which, fun fact, impromptu, you're not supposed to be, but you did it. So great job with that. And let's see, I think everyone else, where's she at? Kalisa, are you a Toastmaster already also?
I just started joining.
I can't hear you.
You are mute, Alicia.
She's not muted, she's just quiet. All right. And our other speaker's gone. I can't hear you.
Yeah, I
It's
just joined.
technical
Just
problem.
all right. So, okay, I can't hear. Anyways, come back to where is she at? She was Gita. She tried. Where's she? Is she gone? Yes. All right. So again, table topics. You guys took on a challenge to be able to take questions that weren't all perfectly formed, which is okay from our table topic master. But you took it and you're able to still take the challenge and deliver a meaningful message, which is an important task, right? Trying to be understood and then giving your story. So well done for that, everybody else. And ways we can improve our meeting here, right? Update the agenda. Make sure we can try to fill in some roles, but no matter what, show up, right? I've been in meetings where there's 4 people online, 3 people. If we just show up when we're supposed to show up, things will happen, right? Sometimes a small meeting is quality over a big meeting, which maybe not be quality. But as long as we keep on showing up and putting on our best effort, people will show and people will come and they'll contribute and we'll be able to add value and still be consistent with what we do. And that's kind of what we do at Bhinneka. So that was a really long evaluation, I think, but we are going to end early anyways, which is great. And that's the best part. So good job, everybody. And let me give it back to our Tom to deliver our awards. Thank you.
Yay, thank you, Ben. See, we've got more and more to learn, but here it is in Toastmasters. This is the best platform for you to learn. Okay, not only to learn to speak, but even we learn how to conduct a meeting like this, or probably to be a good evaluator like Ben, like Karen, like Alicia, and to be the best speaker like Sabrina and Natalie. All right, so I think it's time for us to know the favorite speakers for tonight. Now, I will get a help from Sunny to share the screen of the certificates. All right. It's time. So, I would like to announce the best table topic speaker goes to Karen Lucas. All right. Can we have Karen to be spotlighted and then take a photo?
Wait a minute. Where is Karen? And then pin.
Yes.
I'll take photos. I'll do that. Wait a minute. Give your best smiles in 3, 2, 1. I get it.
Thank you, Rendra. Next, for the best evaluator, there you go. We have Alicia.
Oh,
Kindly
super.
spotlight Alicia so that we can take a
Wait a minute.
photo of her.
Make sure.
Thank you.
Cool.
Congratulations.
Wait a minute. And 3, and 2, and 1. Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Now, last but not least, we will have the best speaker for today. So who is our best speaker? Wow, we have Natalie. All right.
Oh my
Thank you.
God. All the
Give-
ladies take the mall. Wait a minute. I think it is Natalie Gangs. Take the mall. Okay, done. Very good. Thank
Thank you.
you all.
Thank you,
Sure.
Natalie. All right, so that's all for the award session. Congratulations to all best speakers, evaluators, and then also best table topic speakers. For those who cannot get the votes as the best speakers, don't be sad. You will get another chance, but everyone here is the best speaker. Okay, now to end our session, I would like to sign off as the Toastmasters of the meeting, and I will give the control to the acting president, Natalie.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Dene. Can we give her another round of applause? Yes, yes, yes. Here in Bhinneka, we have a saying, if we can finish it faster, we will finish it faster. So we don't wait for the time to fill. We're just gonna finish it faster. But before I officially close our tonight's meeting or early morning meeting for Karen in the USA. So thank you so much, Karen, for coming. I would like to hear some guests and visiting Toastmasters comments because we believe that your feedback can truly enrich our meeting experience in the future. So if you can give us your honest feedback or experience, what do you enjoy from the meeting? What do you think can be improved? We will really appreciate it. So let me start with the guests. Vilsa.
Okay. This is my first time joining Toastmasters, so I also do not know public speaking club outside of this, so I think it's pretty good for my first time in here. All of the participant is actively speaking, and then the feedback also helping all of the participants. I think it's a good meeting.
Thank you, Vilsa. Will you come back again to our next meeting?
I think so.
Thank you. That's the most important thing. And that's a clue for Toastmaster Rendra, our VPM, to make sure to follow you up. All right,
Sure.
thank you. And then now I would like to ask a visiting Toastmaster from Dynamic Toastmaster Club, Rhoda.
Thanks, Natalie. That good president. I am from Dynamic Toastmaster. I'm so glad to be here. Such a well-conducted meeting. In fact, I learned things from this meeting as well. I like that it's compact field and everybody is sharing what they have and they're really focusing on learning. And I'm very happy to be in this meeting. Thank you so much. I return the time back to Natalie.
Thank you, Rhoda. And feel free to let us know your club meeting because, we always can help each other. So if you can write it down in the chat box and also your contact, so whoever wants to come, they can contact you too. Okay, thank you. Next is our PID, DTM, Karen Lucas.
Thank you so much for your hospitality and having me this early morning, or not so early morning for you. This was a really fun meeting, and you guys seem really on point in your backgrounds and some of the other cool stuff that you do. I really find a lot of value in getting to go clubbing with you because I have clients from overseas and travel a lot, and it really helps me hone the ability to drop in and get to share some fun and some time with you. One of the things that I would encourage is that if you have guests, let them know that you're really into them and you want them to join. That is a really important thing, is mastering the ask, because if I wasn't asked, being my 20s self, I probably wouldn't have ever been a Toastmaster because I didn't know that I fit in and if it was right for me and they liked me and all that weird stuff. So definitely master the ask. And I mean, Natalie, you rock it as a speaker. I have so much to learn from you. Thank you so much for sharing your speech today.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Karen. Thank you so much. I don't know how your brain can work at 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. Like, I'm pretty sure my brain cannot work properly around that timeline, right? So thank you. I've got so much to learn from you. And your feedback of mastering the ask is something that we will really put into action, because right now our club is recruiting and we want to keep the momentum going. So thank you so much for sharing that. Next is Vincent Peterson.
Okay, hello.
Hi.
So this is my first time as well in Toastmaster, and I don't actually know that there were a public speaking club like this. And it was really great for me as the first time speaking as an audience, seeing you guys organize all of these meetings, seeing a lot of evaluator, then there was a really good speaker here, and it really motivates me, you know, to improving myself not only in public speaking terms, but also in the way to communicate with each other. I saw a lot of people here like use their hands a lot. They have facial expressions as well. I don't do that when I speak. I just like, yeah, I keep my tone down and everything. And I think that, wow, it's really awesome to see.
Okay. I think he was so passionate, the signal cannot handle him. So thank you, Vincent, for sharing your feedback. And I'm glad. Yeah, I'm so glad that you found it useful. Definitely, you can incorporate some techniques that you learn in your daily conversation, daily practice of public speaking, because this is the skill that you can definitely apply in real life. So yeah, I hope, like Karen said, I'm mastering the ask. If you are interested in joining our next meeting, please make sure contact Rendra, and Rendra will get your number and follow you up, because he is our Vice President of Membership. Thank you so much. Next is, can I have Klesia Lay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I just joined the Toastmaster, and I'm in club Pasantara Club. So I really amazed with this meeting because it's really interesting and all the speakers are great. I don't have a lot words to say, but 2 thumbs up for all of you. Thank you for joining this meeting.
Thank you so much, Klesia. I mean, the beginning is always the most exciting time. So I wish you all the best in your Toastmasters journey. Like Karen, do more clubbings, because this is the only place where you can club being without any guilt, because you're actually getting something instead of, all right, let me stop that. All right, next is, do we have Jelita?
Oh, hi. Yes.
Yeah, your feedback.
Uh,
Is this your
yeah.
first time at our club meeting?
Yes.
Awesome.
I didn't know there was a meeting on Sunday night. Usually I only know are you not in Surabaya?
We are all and always an online club. So
always an online club. Yeah.
based everywhere.
Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. And also I like that you can finish early, because usually at some other club you run until 2 hours or longer sometimes. Yeah. So it's good that you can finish early, and it's also pretty organized. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Jelita, for your feedback. Heru, are you there? Last chance to speak.
Yes, I'm here.
So if you can give us some feedback, that would be much appreciated.
Yeah, thank you. This is my first time join Bhinneka Toastmaster meeting. Yeah, even though I came late and I missed the first session, yeah, I enjoyed the meeting. And you have You have great speakers. You have great takers. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Are you a Toastmaster, Heru?
Yes, I'm a member of Toastmaster.
From which club?
From Plaza Toyota Toastmaster Club in Jakarta.
Oh, Plaza Toyota. I remember that. I think it's been a year or two since I gave the.
Yeah, I remember.
Good
Yeah.
to see, good to see. And feel free to drop down your club meeting and your contact details in the chat box if you invite people to come to your meeting.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. And last but not least, of course, I give the finale to the one and only Madam Makas, Alicia Keys.
Thank you very much, Natalie Chahyadi. At least I got your name right. Thank you very much for having me here today, this evening, this morning, this afternoon, wherever you may be in the globe. It's always wonderful to come to Bhinneka, and I love the fact that we were able to pull people from all parts of Indonesia and Southeast Asia, because we've got people from Malaysia, we've got people from Medan, we've got people from weird and wonderful outer islands, and everywhere in Indonesia. I just want to touch on, asking and just asking people. Think of it. If I don't get asked, I would have just walked into the bush and never have kissed Mr. Justin. I would have been like every other Sheila and bloke, or Bruce, as we like to say here in Australia, every other Sheila and Bruce. I would have just kept on walking. So next time we ask, we just go, would you like to join? Seriously, it's just 5 words. Would you like to join? And I'm sure that they would love to join, because they came here with a reason, and they didn't come here because they felt like spending their Sunday afternoon listening to people do speeches. They came here with a purpose. Ask, and they will likely join. That is how you sell it, my friends. That is how you sell it. And that's me just being Aussie direct and blunt. You know what I'm like. Thanks, Natalie Chahyadi.
Thank you, Alicia. Thank you, everyone. And now I don't want to waste any more of your time. I would like to give another round of applause for all of us for spending your Sunday night, your Sunday evening, Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon with us. And I hope it gives you a boost for a more productive and fruitful week ahead. Thank you from us, Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club. The meeting is officially adjourned. See you at the next.
Thank you all. Thank you all.
See you at the
And
next.
thank you all so
Bye.
much. Good night. Good early morning. Good afternoon.